85% of students go to their college for advice about clearing, but what happens if they're still confused? So, Tere, what sort of preparations can people do to make that results day a little bit easier?
Well, the starting point is really to make sure that they are preparing early, because obviously the results day is a Thursday. They can still prepare all the information that they might need prior to that, depending on what they might get at the results day. And preparation could be just searching for information, either it's online, it could be through friends, family, it could be through universities. We have a resource here through the student room. And as long as they can get the information at the beginning, it's about using the information and looking at all the different options that are available to them to help them make the decision that's best suited for them.
Great. So Emma, tell us about the student room. How can it help?
Well, the student room can help with lots of different options that you might be facing on results day. So, for example, we've got specialist university forums, so we've got a university forum for most universities in the UK now. So, say, for example, if you were looking at clearing and you were thinking about going to, say, London South Bank University, you can come into the forum and you can speak to a specialist advisor from the university, talk about your options, and also speak to other students who are going through the same thing or who have been there in the past.
Let's take a question from a student.
How can your parents help?
See, now I think that's a good question, because for parents watching, they have a son, they have a daughter, and they really want to help them, but what's the best way that they can help?
I think the best way that they can help is to not panic as well, because obviously it's quite an emotional time for everybody involved, and it is very, very confusing. So parents can be there to support their child and work with them, speak to their son and daughter, find out what do they want to do, where could they go, and also perhaps work out how can you help them, what does your child want you to do on that day. But I think it's very important as well for parents to remember that it is their son and daughter's life, it's not the parent's life, so therefore it is the child, it is the son or daughter that should be making these phone calls, that should be speaking to the universities.
Yes. Tere, it's more of a guide, let's say, rather than pushing in a certain area.
Oh, exactly. And I think the important part about it as well is just being available, because although they can be a guide and support them along the way, it's also being available for things like transport, taking them to the university, taking them to an open day, to an information session, to an advisor, and helping them move through that process as quickly as possible.